All right, let's get right into it, people. We're doing a call out of the gang stalking community, Shills, agents, and perps. Stopped doing this for a long time. Been focusing on obviously other aspects of my life, focusing less on the gang stalking, which by the way is going on still. Clear as day. Okay. And on this channel, we like to talk about real gang stalking. So we're talking about physical things you can see of government surveillance, harassment, watch list programs, mental health watch lists, physical real stuff with real people. So we're not accusing, I'm at the park right now. We're not accusing people at the park that were already here before I got here of being gang stalkers. That's what the shills do. That's what the fakes do. So the reason why I'm doing this is there's just a lot of it's actually not as bad as history has showed, like the community being completely fake. I would say there's more infiltration of shills. We got our first park as soon as I start the live stream. I was here for 5 minutes before, and there's a whole bunch of traffic, and someone pulls in, makes a U-turn, parks up. Now I picked this day. It's a rainy day. People come to this park, so we're not like acting like when someone shows up they're gang stalking. But again, this always happens to distract live streamers. Always. Oh, you should stay focused as Young Steel goes live as soon as I go live as well. So Young Steel is he's a community agent, I believe. He may be a real person. So we're not talking about people that I think are confused, may have went through the targeting. Maybe I don't really know all of their story or evidence. We're not doing that. We're just going over the complete shills, the fakes, the agents. Now, when it comes to my story, guys, I'm just monitoring. This guy is wearing jeans, black shoes. Let's see what he's doing. He's pretending to throw trash out. So he's walking with a plastic bag and he's opening it and just walking out his car to open up a plastic bag and walk by in a work uniform. He's wearing a employee badge. He's wearing jeans. He's wearing black dress shoes. He's putting a raincoat on. It's a raincoat. See, I mean, it's just, it's my fault for talking about this shit. But yeah, this is absolutely weird. He's going to a playground, guys. It's not even raining. So maybe he comes here for his lunch break. Again, I mean, it's just fucking. I'm asking for coming to a park. So he's wearing a raincoat, sitting on the bench. I guess it's his lunch break, and it looks like he's smoking cigarettes, which he pulled out of the trunk of his car. It's weird shit, man. Weird fucking shit. I'm gonna have to look up his license plate says JWS. So what I do is I look that up on Google, see if that's an abbreviation for something. That's how I mean, it doesn't. I'm not always correct about the license plate shit, but it's real. Anyone that doesn't get it is a fucking fake. Sorry, not sorry. Now, you might not notice the license plate. You might not be privy to them. But if you know anything about being followed and stalked by real stalking scenarios, they tell you to take the license plate down because stalkers that romantically stalk, celebrity stalkers, they will switch vehicles. Okay. There's also such thing as private investigators. Now, that guy makes me want to have a cigarette, man, because I've been having a rough morning. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I used to smoke them like once every few years because I quit. But see, I'm distracting myself here, man. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it, okay? So I've been holding my tongue. I've been trying to be political. I've been giving people benefit of the doubt. I've been not talking about perp shills agents. And with my gang stalking story, it goes deeper than a traditional. Now, I'm not saying I'm right about this stuff, right? I mean, this is just me living through firsthand experience, and I think I'm decently smart. But these people on YouTube, I mean, not a lot of them, okay? they do act like they participate in the subliminal messaging, kind of like we got cameras in your house, we're watching you type of thing. I've spoken about Young Steel. I believe Absent-Minded Abe knows about me personally and has contacted family members. That's just my opinion. I could, again, this is all speculative. Everything I'm saying in this broadcast, I could be wrong about, but where there's smoke, there's fire. That's fucking disgusting, dude. See, this is sick shit, man. I'm not gonna even kind of entertain this shit, but again, Abe acts like I'm a fucking perp, but this shit fucking disturbs me. These type of comments right here. Okay, because I believe his. I don't know. I'm not in his personal life, but from watching his YouTube channel, I believe his kid is still in school, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of people. Now, if he is a real target, and there is some things with Abe where his attack seems like a genuine attack of he's being attacked. He's being, and it stems from being online. Okay. Me, I take it in a more comedic direction. I don't go on a personal level. But I'll admit one time in 2022, 23, when we were really fucking butting heads, and I really believed he was an agent because he was doing a lot of fucking, like, I'll just say it up front. From the shit you did, Abe, you're a fucking agent. You know who the fuck I am, and you're fucking behind my gang stalking in my real life. I'll just say that fucking up front, dude. I'm just being real with you, dude. I went back and forth, and I didn't want to sound fucking crazy. And you've kind of cooled off the last few years. I'll give you that. As a gang stalking perp, you fucking backed off. But when I was living alone in my fucking apartment, dude, you were part of my fucking gang stalking. The Hispanics that were fucking breaking in my house were in the Marines. Like, I'm not fucking stupid that I know that the National Guard, and again, this is stuff he fucking hides from. This is not to go against army veterans, military veterans that are regular fucking people. But the people behind fucking gang stalking are part of the National Guard. Okay. And there's some dirty work with them, some ex-Marines. Well, you'll see Marine stickers here and there. It's not really that relevant. But what is relevant for sure, okay, and not to blame veterans, is the National fucking Guard is behind this shit. These people were following me with black helicopters harassing me. My fucking first apartment was by a National Guard base. Okay. So, like, literally a mile away. And I did a DoorDash delivery to the National Guard base, right? And that guy just looks like some local employee. See, I'm not gonna accuse him of gang stalking. He's putting everything back in his trunk. He's just fucking weird. But these things do happen. But again, you see how I don't just call people gang stalkers, dude. I don't. Oh, he pulled up to the park that I'm at. He got out. He smoked a cigarette. He's a weird guy. Whatever. He's on his work break. Like, I'm pretty good at this shit. But no, yeah, the National Guard. I did a DoorDash delivery there, and that's like I saw a drone. Okay, I'm talking about you go through gated security, and the drone fucking followed me all the way fucking home. Just a basic, you know, military, just movable drone, not like the fake star one. That was in the very beginning in 2021. And I could show you everywhere where I lived and everything. I think it's been long enough where you can't really trace who I am. So I can do stuff like that. I can, if I ever go back there, fucking film it and show it on Google Maps and everything. If you really wanted the proof and all that crap. But at the end of the day, man, absent-minded Abe, I mean, the bare minimum, this is what I think about the guy, bare minimum. Okay. I'm not going to go full blown perp, but I'm not going to claim he's real either. Bare minimum, he had a targeting years and years ago. Okay. Bare minimum. And he capitulated, he fucking folded, joined in the middle or early in his targeting. I mean, he did everything to join like on his YouTube channel, he tried to join the Freemasons. Okay. He literally made up. I mean, it sounds made up to me. Another person's pulling up in a Kia Soul here. But this is what he does, man. They pulled up and made a U-turn. Completely unnecessary U-turn to go the direction that they were coming from. But I mean, there's certain things that are just obvious when people are like distracting your live stream. But what was I saying about absent-minded? Oh yeah, I believe bare minimum. This is my opinion. I don't know for sure what's going on, but my opinions are pretty valued in these aspects. I think he was a real TI. He has military connection, he has VA connections. He eventually figured out how to get out of it. Okay. Someone helped him along the way. And he started doing this fake crisis actor type of deal. Uh I think it has to do with narcissistic energy harvesting and rituals and things like that. He's part of one of these groups, and maybe he was real in the beginning. That's the bare minimum. But as a maximum, like he's a complete controlled crisis actor. He's given a fake name, fake identity, and he's here for a long term. I think on the hardcore truth end of things here, that I believe through, my research, my intel, that he's here to catch and kill veterans. He's doing some type of operation to a catch and kill operation to fucking lure in military veterans that are real targets. Secondary task is to dox people to get directed energy set up. Okay, that's why he talks about it. So he can set it up at your house. Because I believe, I don't know, that these are devices that are set up that are receiving signals from the outside, but they're little devices put into your wall that can output directed energy attacks. That's my opinion. You know, when you're a real TI, you'll see that the drywall in your house will be fucking. And Gangstalker de facto stole this from me, and he's next. We're gonna go over the list of like characters here. I believe that you're living in an apartment, and then there's a new patch of drywall spackle, and this happens 2 to 3 times, and it's only happening when you leave. You know what I'm saying? There's this fast acting drywall spackle spots, and there's no holes for cameras. So I don't know, man, and that's just a stretch. That whole theory is a stretch of him just setting it up, directed energy. I think he's working with some type of team, some type of like military project, and he sets it up, and then he has you report on it on YouTube to go, oh yeah, I'm starting to get hit by this in my kidney and this and that. And that's why he goes into all these specifics. Okay. So there's just no consistency with his testimony. He's the big directed energy target, right? And he owns directed energy and he's the expert, but it stopped happening to him. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that just completely stopped. And he'll come online and he'll have these detailed stories, and they sound fucking really believable. And that's why I've always kind of went back and forth. He has these believable testimonies, but after all these years, the lack of evidence is just blatant. He's just doing it on purpose. He can't show you anything because he's not going through anything. And what he does is he steals my fucking stories and says I steal his stories, but I show the fucking proof every time, and years elapse, and he shows nothing. And conveniently, and this is how you know he's a fake, okay? Period. His live streaming is blurry, right? Cool, right? Your live streaming is blurry. I don't know how mine looks because I don't really do a lot of evidence live streaming because even if it's not blurry, you can barely see it. So his excuse for not showing evidence is the live streaming. Oh, the police came and cut my live stream, which seemed real. I'll be honest with you. That made him seem real. But oh, I'm trying to film these license plates, but it's blurry. But why can't you just take a picture? Because there's no such thing. I'm sorry. I've been going through this long enough. There's no such thing as years of multiple phone cameras having blurry pictures offline. So his cop out of showing evidence, oh, I do. I just show it when I'm live streaming. But what's the point? Well, the point would be to show a fucking picture. To be sitting in traffic behind a gang stalker and flick a picture. You have plenty of fucking time. I've done it time and time again. And for him to act like he's the expert in license plates, he's disinformation. Period. I don't give a fuck if he's real. He's fucking disinformation. He hasn't shown you anything. He doesn't make videos in a professional format where, all right, this is the tactics. I'm gonna keep the video up. This is my video on the directed energy. This is my hour-long video on directed energy. This is my hour-long video on license plates. He's never done that. He has all the intellect in the world, all the intelligence, but he doesn't know how to download a video editor, free software on Android, and put some pictures on there. It takes literally no fucking time, dude. The video I made yesterday with the evidence, literally, I found that in my emails because I emailed this evidence to keep it so I never lose it. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm deleting emails. I'm like, oh shit, this, I might as well just chuck this up. Bro, that video took less than 6 minutes to make. So when it comes to that, and not to throw him in the briar patch, because compared to the other fakes, he's as real as they come, guys. That's why I always give him credit for the theatrical display he puts on his fucking channel. That's what the respect comes from, whether he's a perp or not. Hey, and in my opinion, there is a small chance that he's real. But when it comes to my targeting, what I've seen and the evidence that I gathered on Absent Minded Abe, and yeah, dude, I gathered evidence of you gang stalking. I didn't, oh, this is where he lives. This is what, no, fuck all that. When it comes to regards to my gang stalking, and I should have did this fucking more. I should have took more video recordings of you back in 2021, okay, of you itching your fucking nose. I should have did more. Brandon Q, same fucking deal. I had the screenshots, and that's the thing about gang stalking, guys. When you have hardcore proof, they will get into your devices and delete it. And I don't think these are low-level hackers. I think it's the actual government. Because when you have screenshots that you're like, all right, this is it. And this only happens to certain perps, like TI News will. It didn't happen with Absent Minded Abe, I'll give him that credit, but it happened with TI News and Brandon Q in the very beginning. Brandon Q had my fucking, and I've said it before, he had my iPhone hacked in the first 2 months of my fucking targeting, through most likely via my StreamYard link being dropped. Okay. And he even said himself that he uses Hire a Hacker. He knows all this internet shit. He acts like he's a perp. He's a gang stalking YouTube intelligence agent perp. Okay. So going back to this fucking this comment, and that's enough on Abe. That's, he could be fucking real, but in my research, he's one of these fucking long time intelligence moles that happened to pick up the gang stalking narrative as part of his little intelligence grunt work. That's what I understand from it. Okay. Brandon Q, he's a YouTube crisis actor. He's a deep state. There's these YouTube plants. They just pretend to be small YouTubers, but they always get these big followings. They always get this little viral movement, and they're in a position to make money. People like King Mansa, Brandon Q. These people, in my opinion, I know I'm trying to force anyone's fucking beliefs here, but through my experience, I believe through my targeting story goes beyond targeting. It goes all the way back to 2009 when there was hidden cameras in my car and they were stealing rap songs word for word. We all know that I'm musically gifted, right? At least producing music and not performing it, but making all these songs I make are freestyle. I'm not just these songs aren't that good when I'm making parodies, but I'm freestyling and I'm pretending to be someone else, so they're kind of funny. But actually, I want to finish up with this comment. Dude, this guy is a predator of teenage girls, dude. And if I was a perp, I'd be laughing along and fucking making fun of this shit. This dude ain't joking, man. I don't know, dude. I'm not trying to tell you how to parent, but yeah, you need to fucking talk to your daughter and be like, yeah, if you know a guy named Brandon, you need to fucking just end all communications. That's fucking disgusting, man. I mean, I'm different. I mean, there's people that probably do the same shit to me. But, I'll be just honest with you people. I'm going to fucking kill you. I don't give a fuck if police listen to this shit because I'm willing to go to jail and shit. If you do this weird human trafficking level, humiliation ritual shit to me, and you're someone I can get my hands on, and you're trying to do this weird shit you do to other people, dude, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to murder you. I'm going to end your fucking life. I'm going to drive ice picks into your fucking eyeballs and fucking torture you and cut your fucking tongue out. Yeah, that's not a threat. I'm just being real, and I'm sick of like shit. Even if it's targeted patent, I fucking hate targeted patent. But I'm not gonna talk about his daughter, even though she's an adult. It's someone's fucking daughter. It's just fucking. If I'm coming after you, I'm gonna beat targeted patent's ass. I don't need to bring family. I'm coming after fucking you. That's who I'm coming after. If I'm coming after Abe, I'm coming after fucking Abe. And I fucking contemplated driving to fucking Ohio in 2022, 2023, dude. Like, yeah. And I'm sure you contemplated fucking finding out who I was at that same time and fucking strangling me like I'm Bart Simpson. But yeah, dude, that's the type of person I am because there's these gang stalking, human trafficking, black ops, sex trafficking scum that are in the public and they fucking blend in like Brandon Q and like they just fucking wait for you to have a daughter. Like there's people waiting for me to have a daughter so they can like fucking touch it, dude. Like I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna kill you. Period. Like I'm gonna fucking kill you in front of police, a judge, and jury, dude. Like I'm gonna do it. Uh, I'm over the slavery. Like, no, we live in a society where people's family members get hurt and you can't do nothing. You go to jail. No. Okay. Like, I don't follow these societal rules and shit. Like, I make my own fucking laws, dude. Like, that's how I fucking operate. I'm not a badass. I'm just saying, like, no, there's too many loopholes in this justice system where pedophiles, predators, and people can hurt women and children. There's too many fucking loopholes. I'm sick of it. But when a grown man gets touched, oh my god, look him up, sue him. But if a woman and child, oh well, let's turn a blind eye. They're a defenseless, unprotected woman and child. I mean, I'm not gonna protect them. Oh, I'll just act like it didn't happen. Justice system. Fuck white people when it comes to that shit. Like everybody gets in trouble except for pedophiles and human traffickers. Like I find that kind of weird, don't you? Like I feel like the laws should change. But I digress. Anyways, yeah, absent-minded Abe, you need to fucking I'm saying this as an enemy. You need to talk to your daughter and be like, if there's a guy named fucking Brandon talking to you, you need to block communications. Matter of fact, let's call the cops. Seriously, bro, it's loophole crap. You know what I'm saying? It's loophole fucking shit. Targeted patent. Did you unblock me? Let me go down the list of line here, guys. I don't want to get caught up on one person. Targeted patent. You're in the category of you haven't done enough for me to call you a perp, but you're close, but you're not close enough. So I'm not going to talk about you in this live stream because I'll be honest with you, Abe has the better testimony that makes more sense, but you've shown more. And I'm not saying your evidence is good, but you've actually shown more than he has. But we'll put you in the middle. We're gonna go straight to gang stalking, Dr. De facto, King Manta, Young Steel. We're not gonna talk about Donovan Schuldis. He's actually shown gang stalking evidence. But there's no progression with Donovan. Sorry, fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but whatever. With DS, his he doesn't move like a targeted individual, but his story makes more sense and he's shown more evidence where it's like, all right, this isn't coincidence. And he's shown the strobing lights. I've shown that the strobing car lights. He gets the license plate people that don't have license plates. So he has an old video of the fucking drone in the sky from like 2017. So I mean, we might not get along, but there's correlation. Like, yeah, we're two different people, but our stories do correlate. Like, we're completely two different people. You know, the only time me and absent-minded Abe's stories correlate is after I say something, he'll come on and have this big grandiose story of what I've already said, and then he'll question, and this is why I'll keep coming after him. And it's been proven time and time again. I talk about something, he'll later talk about it, then he'll go back and say that I stole it from him. even though it's proven. He's slapping you in the fucking face as a subscriber when he does that. He rarely does it, but he does do that. Okay, he rarely does. Maybe it's confusion, but yeah, it's like, no, I don't talk about anything you talk about because I have so much going on. Like, think about all this shit. And I'm not trying to like brag at all. I'm just saying when it comes to the YouTube channel, how would I have time to copy him when I make meme videos? I'm about to make another song with Stuart Pidlong. I have, live streams. I have actual video evidence, to correlate what I'm talking about, not just me talking. So like, why the fuck? How would I fit that into that all that fucking stuff? Like, that's a busy schedule for a YouTuber. The stuff that I'm doing. Now, it's not taking a lot of time and effort. I'm using apps on the phone and fucking, I'm not. This is the most time that I'm spending right now is this live stream. Like, if you notice, I haven't been live streaming a lot because I'm trying to conserve time. I spent a lot of time live streaming 2022, 2023. But let's get back into it. Gangstalking Dr. De facto. And I'm gonna be ranking people. He's way worse. He's way beneath Absent Minded Abe. Now the guy's a YouTuber, little mini legend. I'll give him that. He's a little radio legend. He has a great radio voice. If he wants to make more money on YouTube, I support it. But he's like a one-trick pony. But I'm not hating on the guy. He makes good content. I mean, he's one-dimensional. Hey, Patton, do you want to come in here and talk? Because I wanted to drop the link. I got a lot of time today. I want to drop the link and have maybe if you want to talk about who you think is a perp or who's not. But if you're gonna come on here and be like, oh, see, this is what makes you fake. This I defend the perps type thing. Like, oh, what does it help if we call out perps? Well, dude, I didn't call out perps for 2 years or a year and a half or whatever you want to. What happened in that year that I didn't call out perps? Entertainment wise, research wise. Like, dude, I'm actually researching gang stalking using Chat GPT and like in the background here, like that's and you know how you get burnt out from being a target. You can't even look at the content research. Like you literally had your and like I'm taking time out of my day at night here and just doing some research while I have the time at my parents' house. I'm not gonna be doing that when I move out. So like when I'm trying to figure this shit out, dude. Still, okay. I'm trying to figure out what's real, what's in my head, what's capable by society and reality. But yeah, I understand, and I don't blame people that don't do that because, dude, it's literally not mentally healthy because there's so many crazy fakes and perps and shills. Like the fact though, we'll go back to him. We're gonna be real brief. I think he's a good YouTuber. If his stories are true, it correlates with targeting. But again, that lack of evidence, man. And these people will give a dog a bone. They throw up a video every 4 years. Oh, look, they cut off the wire off my fucking top of my trailer. Just complete. If it did happen, yeah, it's gang stalking. But it's like, that's all you got, dude. Like, my cars are still being fucking damaged. And I'm dealing with, dude, I know I'm going to sound fucking crazy. I'm dealing with like Mandela effect with cars where like fucking cars are changing. Hey, maybe this is mental illness, this aspect of it. I recognize that. Where there's changes to my cars, dude. Like my hood has these contours that I never know. Maybe I never notice it, and I fucking think it's gang stalking or something. But I don't take pictures and make videos about this shit. Like I got. Oh fuck! Let me kind of block that. I don't know if you can see it. There's like these contours on my fucking like this car's an old ass car, and it has these cool ass contours on the trunk. Now I have to do research to see if this model car even has that, which other ones don't. And I've never noticed it before. And they've done this to other vehicles too. Like in the trunk of my Honda Civic, I had a 2000 Honda Civic. Okay. And ironically, I bought this car from like this Muslim dude at a dealership, and it did have the FOP, Fraternal Order of Police sticker on it. Okay. And in the FOP sticker was a star, which was just basically like the Eastern star, and it had a one eye, Masonic handshake symbol in each one of the corners of the star of the Fraternal Order of Police sticker. Like I didn't realize that till like 3 years after I bought the car. But again, you can't even see it if you're like driving behind me because it's like a faded sticker. And it was in the back rear window. But I bought the car because it was $1,000 and it was a Honda Civic. Like I only when I buy a car, it's because it's like $1,000 and it runs. It's a steal. You can always resell it. It's really worth more than that. So it's the best when you're buying a used car instead of buying a $3,000 car that breaks down. You get $1,000 car and hopefully it runs for a few years and you get your money's worth. But in the back of that Civic, when you open the trunk, there's the lights on the inside. There's like little light casings. So one of them was black. They're both supposed to be black. So they always were both black. And then one day I opened my trunk, one's black and then one's replaced with a white colored light uh fucking casing, like a big plastic case that goes on the back of your fucking rear lights on the inside of your trunk. Okay. So different color, like just stupid shit like that. And other people have spoken of stuff like that. And it's stuff like, hey, maybe it was always like that, you know, but it's just, again, not stuff I bring into the channel too much because it's speculative at best, you know, but this is the type of lengths that I believe these people go to. And how do they do it? They fucking go in the cloak of darkness and they have the fucking okay by your neighbors. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest with you. Maybe it does change overnight. Maybe it's a memory issue. So that type of stuff I don't fucking even talk about because it just sounds fucking crazy. But I come inside of this car and then I'll show you stuff. Like, I'll show you stuff in this car. Hold up. Like this car's locked and you come in and all of this shit's pulled apart. You just come in your car and it's all like, there's a hole here. It looks like someone broke in. That's something that wasn't like that before. Like you can look at this side. There's a black plastic cover on the left side of your screen, and then this side they took it out. So it's like this is the stuff. Even when the targeting slows down, you still deal with stuff like that, and then people just assume it's mental illness, but it's legit gaslighting. So, yeah, de facto, I mean, these people will never just show you like, yeah, that's not strong evidence. I admit that. It sounds stupid. I don't even like talking about stuff like that, but at least I'm showing you something. Like there's some damage there that obviously if you can't prove it because you're a third party, but like if it's really happening, that means someone came and did it. And it's a form of intimidation. And this is the stuff that people don't talk about. Targeted Patton has talked about this type of stuff though. And I'm not on good terms with Targeted Patton, but he has. And the reason why I was gonna invite you, Patton. I'd rather speak to someone else because this is what makes you seem fake. It's like the robotic nature of your YouTube channel. You're gonna come on, you're gonna be like, I don't like talking about perps, blah 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 blah. You're not gonna ask any questions about my targeting. It's just gonna be like this shame festival where you're trying to shame me, you know. So that's why I'm not gonna even invite you in here. Brandon Q, like I said, I think he's just a gangstalking perp. He's a fake. He's a plant. Another thing that these fakes do is they come online, they cry about targeting. Like Brandon Q's had evidence of planes and bananas and at Walmart poisonings, and then now it's all schizophrenia. Like, dude, I'm trying to tell you guys. The tactics, like me showing my car being damaged, is supposed to be equivalent to schizophrenia, but What happened to Tesla drivers when Elon Musk got kicked out of the White House? Didn't people scratch up Tesla cars that have cameras on them by the thousands? Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's an actual thing people do, is light damage to your vehicle, because let's say you have a brand new vehicle, like, and there's some scratches on it. Then there's more and more and more. Now you don't feel nice about your nice little car, do you? And the person doing it has all the power, and they're fucking, in my opinion, watching you on hidden camera. Because if you're keen, like, and we're not saying I'm right here, people, okay? It sounds ridiculous, I get it. But let's say you're incrementally keying someone's car and destroying it, and you're not watching them on a hidden camera. Like, think about it. You go out at midnight, 3 o'clock in the morning, you key their car up, you get your little satisfaction, you know, you scurry home. Then you don't see the person's face, you don't see their reaction, you know nothing of how they reacted to it. Does that make fucking sense? No, they see your reaction. They're getting off on your reaction to the consistent vandalism. So when people don't talk about this shit, I'm not saying your targeting has to mirror my targeting, but why would they use this such effective tactics on me, but your targeting's on Easy Street, right? But you deny all of my tactics. You tell me the tactics are minuscule, they're not noteworthy, they're this, and that. But if it's so, why isn't it happening to you? Why you don't have one story? Consistent break-ins, consistent vandalism, consistent surveillance, you know, consistent neighborhood stalking, you know, even things that I don't get that often. You don't have nothing. Not one thing. So let's go over King Manta. I think King Manta at one point or another was a real TI, even if he's one today. Now, this is where I argue with him and kind of beef with him, is he ignores everyone else's gang stalking. It's all about me, 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 me. Okay, and I do think he's affiliated with some type of group. There's some group that's paying his rent. He's protected in his rent and his household. He just went to eviction court, and still he just puts up videos of chefing and cooking and stuff. Oh, look, I'm chefing. Look, I'm a chef in a manor. What happened to the eviction, bro? Like, you're not gonna come on, and we're saying King Mansa ain't gonna come on when he's about to be homeless, crying and complaining, just like anyone else would, like I would, or anyone else. Come on, bro. We already know he's a Nawubian. King Mansa is a Nawubian. All right, he's part. Look up what a Nawubian is. Nawabin. He's part of a black fucking accelerationist spiritual cult. Okay, he's Nawubian. He's protected by fucking black Moors. He's part of a black Moor group, and he's protected. He has a brotherhood that chip in on his rent. I'm telling you, there's some type of brotherhood that chips in on his rent, but he still could be a target. But the brotherhood empowers him to make his channel and his targeting about something else, and oh, how great he is. That's why he's so narcissistic. It's Nawubian doctrine. He's a black god. Same with Young Steel. Young Steel, I mean, there's fucking elements of Young Steel where he's just an FBI plant. Sorry to say, dude. Black Hebrew Israelites is a terror group, okay? And as far as the FBI and the ADL is concerned, okay? He embraces all of these groups. He's like he's another catch and kill. So any like unknown black whatever spiritualist people that come on that can have a powerful following, they go straight to Young Steel. Any military personnel that's being targeted, that's coming home as a veteran, going straight to absent-minded Abe. And it keeps going on. These people are catch and kill artists. All right. So he could be real. Like, again, all of these people could be technically real. I'm just going off the research and intel. I'm not trying to sway anyone's opinion. If these people came out today with a shit ton of gang stalking evidence, like, listen, fucking Matrix, I've been holding on. You know, I fucking don't give a fuck about evidence, but you want it, you got it. I'm going to come on and I'm going to apologize. And I'll be like, I'm never calling out a perp again. I will. Like, you have my fucking word, dude. If you can take 20 minutes out of your day and put a video up of evidence. Targeted Patent's done it. Now, again, Targeted Patent isn't on my Christmas list. Okay? I say when people do shit, like, I'm not like, oh, Targeted Patent's real. Like, no, he did it. He put evidence up. He filmed out in the fucking field and made a video, and it didn't take him too long. So it's not a requirement. I'm not trying to be a bossy fucking TI and require people, because there's people that don't do that. They do their own channel, that's fine. But there's these big loud voices in the community, these big bolsterous voices that come out and discredit everybody, right? They just like, oh, targeting is this. If you don't get this, you ain't target. Oh, you get this, but you don't get this, so you're not a real TI. But where's their evidence? See, there's a difference between me. I could be the biggest asshole judge of all TIs of all time, call everyone fake. But guess what I do? I actually acknowledge the real elements. King Mansa, at a certain point in time, and I watched his channel faithfully, just like everyone else in the beginning, because he had a good YouTube channel where people were showing up, outside of normal New York civilian traffic, and they're wearing red, they're fucking perping them, dude. We're not denying it over here. We're saying, did that hold up? Is that still going on? Are they still holding on to that narrative? Are they still is there any progression? Are they still pumping out bullshit gangstalking narratives? Why is that? Is gangstalking just someone showing up in a red shirt? No, it's not. I mean, could you easily fake that? Yes, you could. I'm not saying he's faking it, but I'm just saying, when you only show me one little element of gangstalking, and that's what you show for years and years, and that's all you talk about for years and years, more than suspicious. More than suspicious. There is progression. There is, research. There is intel. I don't care how smart you are. You're going to figure something out, man. You're going to notice something. And then you add on that they don't get the heavier harassment elements of gang stalking. So they're not getting vandalism. They're not getting honeypots. They're not getting, hacking. They're not getting drones. They're not getting this. And it stays stagnant. Like, yeah, I'm not going to judge a new TI. But if I sit here and watch your channel and you're just pumping out BS, dude, I'm going to call you out, man. It's part of a narrative. It's part of a cult narrative, okay? People can call me fake all you want, dude, but this is the difference between everyone else and me when you call me fake. I'm willing to sit down and show you and spend the time that I don't have. If you're willing to look at my fucking evidence, I'll fucking make a video. It doesn't have to be anything where I'm hacking or anything where you're compromised. I'll put it on my YouTube channel. You can give me a time frame. Well, you've shown evidence, but can you show it like way more? Can you show all your license plate evidence, please? Can you can you do a testimonial? Like, I'm willing to do that because I'm passionate about this, because I want to end this shit and I want to expose it. And I don't want people to go through this and be called fucking crazy, because it's not fucking fair and it's wrong and it's evil. It's bullying. It's a group of people gaslighting you, fucking with your shit, bullying your ass, and then trying to get you to fucking like basically kill yourself, whether spiritually or physically. Now, it might not be physically, it might be spiritually. Oh, you're a vibrant young soul. You had a little bit of potential, maybe to get like a hot girlfriend and a nice apartment and a new car. Oh, let's kill that. Let's stop that. Let's do this so he never even fucking wants to work again. Let's really make him feel like shit. That is real. Subconsciously, at the very minimum. It's jealousy, it's narcissism. That stuff is real. Yeah, the spiritual element, it's all fucking real. But I talk about the real elements too. The spiritual shit doesn't interest me. I want the real, because what happened was all these spirituality people started coming in and literally muddying the waters of the message of, no, people are surveilling other citizens, like East German Stasis or Zetsong. It's not as bad as it is there, but it's the same concept. And they're getting payouts to do harassment and MK Ultra and mind control. There's people, why think about it. Let's say hypothetically I'm right about that aspect, right? don't you think the MK Ultra people would hire shills or to put out brainwashing disinformation topics like spirituality, narcissism, and blah 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 to cover their tracks? Okay. And then if you have stooges that do it for you, that's even better. That just drown out the real voices. So that's the difference between, yeah, you can call me fake. That's your right. I'm not arguing that. Hey, I understand it. I probably have called real TIs fakes and swore they were fake. Hey, I get it. But at the end of the day, are you giving me the credit or are you just going to ignore it? Because that's what a lot of people in America do. When you're right about something, oh, well, yeah, I think you're fake. Well, I'm willing to prove it. Ignore. I want to just say you're fake and just ignore you. That just makes me feel better to call you fake. No, that's not what we're doing here. Gangstalking simulation. I don't like the guy. I have vibes about him. Don't get me wrong. But I still think he's probably real. I'm not saying he's a realist. Now he's still hoaxing. He's hoaxing evidence to get clicks and clout. Okay? He is. But, and I think he's a little nutty, but it correlates with the real thing, so I have to give him the credit, man. I have to. You know. But he's missing elements. I'll give you, to be fair, he is missing a lot of elements of what I believe targeting is, but I don't see the agenda besides him making money. So he could be a fake and he's just trying to make money. He was confused. Maybe he was targeted a long time ago. I don't know about being an actual perp. I think absent-minded apes and intelligence shill mole. I think targeted Patton. I mean, I just don't trust you, but you seem kind of real. I'm just giving you my opinion. Kind of real, okay? I want to go to your head because you could definitely do a little more for your subscribers, but when it comes to the gang stalking, you know, going over maybe the testimony or maybe like some updates, this stuff where we just take your word is what makes you look fake. Yeah, I got a decent story, but it's from a few years ago. You just take my word for it. Well, what about the new people? They're just supposed to take your word? What if they don't want to watch your old videos? That's what I'm talking about with you people. So yeah, we got that going on. Who else do I think is there's people that I think like they may be mentally ill or just plain wrong. I'm not categorizing real or fake. Targeted individual fact channel. I know he listens to the channel. I just, I'm just not buying it. I don't think he's a fake. But again, there's no progression. It's the same bullshit. He talks a good game. He seems like someone that just wants to make a YouTube channel talk about the topic. That's what I mean by that. I'm not saying he's an agent. And again, these people get some of it's organic hatred towards me. But these people, when I just pay attention, like when I put out evidence, who gets upset? When I put out real, what's perceived as real, pretty suspicious evidence, who gets upset? So there's some weird ass fucking people here, dude. So this fucking family just showed up to the park and now their fucking fat black dad is staring at me. I fucking hate this region, dude. Just lowbrow fucking PA dumbasses. Like, I'm sorry. Fucking idiots out here, dude. Low IQ pieces of shit. Furrowing. All they do is like they stare at people, they furrow their brow like they want a problem from like fucking 100 feet away. And then when you confront them, like they fucking do nothing 9 times out of 10. But they always like try to look like they're fucking tough. Like, oh, I can lower my eyebrows. I know how to fight. I lowered my eyebrows. Dude, I actually know how to throw machine gun punches. And I'm not talking about professional fighters here. If you're a normal person, you're going to get fucked up in a fight against me 10 times out of 10. Like, you're going to get fucked up really fucking bad, dude. So, I hate that fake tough guy shit. I can lower my fucking eyebrows and cross my arms with the best of them, bud. Like, shut the fuck up. Because people know that I can fight, but they think that I'm like some fair fighter. Like, let's fight, buddy. No, dude, I'm going to sprint at you and give you a fucking beating that you're going to remember for the rest of your fucking life with full energy, full force. It doesn't matter about power. Just fucking cover your ass in fucking purple and black welts all over your fucking body, dude. Just fucking destroy you. Throw 600 punches in 2 minutes. Just fucking, you're not going to be able to defend that shit. I don't give a fuck, man. Well, I'm going to throw punches too. No, dude, you're going to throw 10, 15 punches. I'm going to throw 300 punches at you. Like, I'm not fucking kidding. In 2 minutes. 10 punches a second. 5 punches a second, bro. I've literally video recorded it. You know, and this is before cardio and anything, dude. I'm talking about 6, 7 punches in 1 second. Oh, that's not real. Okay, let's see how fake it is when I do it to you. Because it looks like a fucking blur. You can't block 7 punches in 1 second, bro. You just can't. You can either throw punches back and match that speed and energy. And if you can do that, God bless, you'll probably win the fight. But I know for a fucking fact you can. But you can lower your eyebrows. So that means you know how to fight. I can look like I know how to fight in front of my girlfriend. Shut the fuck up, dude. Don't get fucking embarrassed, dude. I've made grown men fucking cry, dude. Men older than me. So, oh, that's tough guy talk. But when everyone else does tough guy talk, it's allowed. But when the real people that can kick your ass say something, that offends you. But when you can't do it and you talk all this tough shit and you lower your eyebrows, you're the hard ass, though. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see. I have a recording from 2 years ago of Abe in his Jeep telling a story about when he snitched to the cops about some chick he suspected of fraud. He admits that he applied to be a police officer. Let's keep that comment up. Okay. Now things are getting interesting. Now you're looking like a real TI targeted pattern. Okay. Now with absent-minded Abe, okay, I went into the Sean Robinson theory of there's an officer, Sean Robinson. Okay, and I didn't correlate it that well. Don't quote me or anything. I look back in the day when I looked him up because I thought he was a perp. He what did he do? He had his family's name, so it was like Abe, his last name, whatever. His dad, his last name, blah, his last name, and then in the same address it was Robinson. So everyone in his family's name, but with Robinson. So it's like Daniel Robinson and fucking like all the Robinsons. Then there's this guy named Artel Robinson that's like a dead ringer for Abe, some redhead fucking ex-Marine guy named Artel Robinson from that area that looks just like him. So I don't know. I don't know if that's fucking true, but what is true is, and again, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt here, that before he was targeted, he signed up for Border Patrol and he's a veteran. So being a police officer makes sense for him to do that. Okay. But what doesn't make sense is, yeah, during your targeting, when you say the police are targeting you, that you apply to be a police officer, when you say the police are gang stalking you, then you get a job in Cleveland working with the police as a liaison, safety liaison, basically a gang stalker. He was watching people in the streets of Cleveland and fucking following them around for the police. Then he tried to join the Freemasons, but he said, oh, I was going to join, and this guy, I had a number in his cell phone, and my cell phone dropped in the storm drain. That's a bullshit story. He's fucking lying. He did not drop his cell phone in a storm drain right before he was about to join the Freemasons, which he can't join because he's an atheist, supposedly. He's an atheist, but he has a Catholic Lance coat of arms tattoo. He has a Catholic fucking tattoo of Sir Lancelot coat of arms, dude. Jesuit Catholic tattoo, but he's an atheist that's going to join a fraternity that requires you to believe in a religion. But he joins the police to be a safety liaison in the streets of Cleveland 4 years into his targeting. And then he gets a fucking brand new apartment in a fucking nice pre-owned vehicle, and he doesn't have to work and everything's paid off. Like, yeah, he gets a pension. I get it. He gets maybe disability and a pension. I get it. Maybe that's how he's paying for shit. Okay. None of my business if that's true. But the way he says he's being targeted, None of our business how he makes money, but he's lying. Also, went on multiple vacations, went on a gambling trip. He's a fucking perp, dude. He's an intelligence asset. Before the gang stalking role, he was already an intelligence asset. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's an intelligence asset. Now, there's actually things with Absent Minded Abe where it does seem like he's undercover as a perp to draw out. Maybe he's an undercover perp that's here to help TIs, is what I'm trying to say. That there's agents that are pretending to be perps to draw out perps because they're part of rogue networks that are harassing US citizens. But other than that, I mean, bare minimum, he's shady and he doesn't admit it, but he comes and he throws rocks from a glass house, the bare minimum. Like, he has no room to talk about who he talks about. And he's maybe is real. But, you know, I don't want to harp on Abe too much. You know, I believe he got in contact with my brother 2 years ago. That's what I believe. And my brother slipped and told me that he went to fucking Ohio. And there's no reason and no fucking way that my brother would even have money to go to Ohio. Like, there's no reason he would go there. So I believe that Absent Minded Abe got into contact with my brother and he was handling my brother as an intelligence asset. And I believe that these aren't strong beliefs, but it's just through the experience. I believe that he was part of the apartment harassment, Raleigh, North Carolina. Directed energy attacked, the mind control at the apartment, and the drugging. I mean, the dude knew. Okay, remember Patton when I was driving rental cars a year and a half ago? I had a plate that was basically, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was like basically a gang stalking plate because I got a lot of rental cars and they had normal plates. Like, they were just combinations that had no meaning. This one was like, I can't remember. I have it. I think I have a video up. I'm like, Absent Minded Abe is a show where the plate, first of all, the car said Streetsboro, Ohio on it. Okay. So the dealership was from Streetsboro, Ohio, but it had a Florida license plate. So he gets on the internet and he says, "Oh, I just had to do this thing with my daughter's mother in Streetsboro, Ohio. As soon as I got that car." The second thing he did, he's like, "Why don't you show us your plate? You probably have one of these gang stalking plates." When I did, it was a plate that said something on it. It was a Florida plate, and it had a 3-letter combination that it didn't have to do with gang stalking, but it was like it was definitely a perp plate. Like, it was one of those combinations. And he's like, "You show us your plate," and it's the only time he's ever said it. So he basically alluded to knowing that my car was from Streetsboro, Ohio. So he was basically letting me know he had eyes on my house. He had, and again, he's not doing this himself. He's working with large groups and fucking apparatuses and shit like that, right? So he used the directed conversation. Again, I have the clip. Like, I have evidence of Absent Minded Abe being a fucking perp in regards to my gang stalking. Okay. But is it enough? I mean, he's kind of pulled back the last couple of years. Well, I wouldn't say he seems like a real TI, but he seems less like a gang stalking fucking agent perp. I'll admit that. Okay. So less directed conversation, less, no scratching. So has Brandon Q, though. It's not really saying much. Brandon Q has pulled back from that role of the gang stalking perp that's receiving instructions to fucking gaslight targeted individuals online. It's not saying much. It's not saying much at all. Okay. Targeted Patton, he hasn't done that. I'll give it to him. See, I give people credit. Target Patton hasn't done directed conversation, as far as I'm concerned, to anybody. And who's to saying that he got rid of that Jeep? He probably has 2 vehicles now. He probably just records in one of them. Didn't you make a? Yeah, but that was making fun of you. You know, and targeted individuals. So yeah, I did do a video with your daughter, but it was more about the song and making fun of you and targeted individuals for like being fucking meth heads, basically. Which I don't believe that, but it's a comedy song. Yeah. I look at someone as a perp if they say and do things that just put TIs at a disadvantage, not whether they put out enough evidence. Like that's a bullshit ass. Well, you can though. I'm not saying you can't do that. But it's a bullshit ass logic because if someone's a perp, they're gonna be tricking people, right? So if they're gonna, first of all, perps try to never look like perps. Okay, that's my opinion. If they can help it, okay, if they can fucking help it, like they're not gonna do something blatant like a comedy video. That after they make the comedy video, oh, they're not this serious target like absent-minded Abe or something, or like they try to portray themselves to be because they have an objective to be on here for a long time to get new people to fall for their bullshit. So they try to avoid that at all costs. I mean, but it can go both ways. I mean, you're right. You're right. But I believe the wrong part of that statement is the evidence. I mean, if someone's putting out fucking evidence and it's their evidence and it's you're looking at it and there's consistency, I'm not just speaking on myself. I'm just saying about anything. You don't have to believe them, but you know, the likelihood of them lying about the evidence is less and less over time. You don't have to believe them, but how can they keep up that lie of showing evidence of something? Like that's a hard lie to uphold. I'm showing you evidence of it, but it's fake evidence, and I'm gonna keep like think about where you can do that in any other scenario. Oh, I'm a NBA basketball player. Here is, you know, evidence of me being an NBA basketball player. Like how long could I fake being an NBA basketball player? I could Photoshop myself on an NBA webpage, you know, and then send it to you, but then you go to the NBA web, I can't find you. You know, did you Photoshop this? Or you find out. So I believe you. Yeah, you can look at my channel. Oh, well, you did all this and that. Yeah, if I never showed evidence, damn right I'm a fucking perp. 100%, dude. I'm not a fucking hypocrite. If I did the stuff I did and never shown one bit of evidence, I would have to be insane to have you. Oh, well, you still have to believe I'm real, dude. Yeah, you still have to. Like, yeah, even though I joke around, never showed you any proof. That's, you know, that's asking a lot. Now, that's just my opinion. You can disagree with it, but I feel like a lot of people agree. You can't really fake evidence for a long period of time. You're gonna get caught. I mean, you're gonna get exposed, and it's hard to do if you're gonna do it. Like that's way more intricate than an intelligence operation of being a fake TI. Like, and another thing you notice is that these fake TIs don't have evidence because it's so hard to fake evidence because let's say you put out fake evidence, someone can come on and be like, bro, you're not showing me that's fake. You're just filming random shit. Then their credibility's out the window. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, you could be right on like half of what you're saying, but in my opinion, a fake TI never shows evidence. Okay. Or they do it once and then they discontinue it. Or they have an excuse why they don't do it. So that's my opinion. I'm just reading these comments. I'll give you credit, Patton. I mean, again, there's a reason why I'm not calling you a perp. Is yeah, we do know that you have shit in the background. I'll give you that credit, dude. I'll give credit where it's due. We know that you record shit in the background and you don't post it, so you know that makes it seem like you're real. I give it to you that because most people don't do that shit, you know. Donovan does it too. Donovan records shit, and he has a little cachet of evidence. I think when you don't call Abe real, uh, it's not fair. That's why I've called him real in the past. Like, yeah, his testimony seems fucking real. Like, you can't fake those stories he's telling. Some of them. If you can, then he's a really, really fucking good actor. Like, I'm talking about world class acting. If you can. But his fucking motives have fucking just told on him that his loyalty is with law enforcement and the gang stalking program. Like, his loyalty is not to the TI community. Mine isn't either. But I'll at least throw you guys a bone here and there. Okay. Mine is definitely not it either, but I throw you a fucking bone, right? A lot of people's fucking intentions aren't for the TI community. I'm not gonna like fucking sugarcoat it. But when it comes to, for me, okay, you can think I'm a gangster. How many times have I went on rants where I was like, dude, I'm gonna show up to the FBI with a fucking you know what and do this to FBI agents? Where I risk, like, bro, you can go to jail for shit like that. Like, I've risked going to prison for like how much, and you don't have to believe me, dude, but yeah, dude, I will fucking unalive someone that I catch red-handed in my house installing a camera or doing anything gang stalking related. Like, I'm willing to go to fucking prison if I get my hands on one of these fuckers. The problem is, you're never going to. They're never gonna be dumb enough to show up to your fucking presence, bro, because they're pussy. They'll hire people, yeah, they'll hire people all day, but the people behind it, they're smart enough to fucking not do this shit themselves, and they have enough influence and power. It doesn't make sense for them to do it. But I risk everything. I risk my reputation, fucking jail time, all types of shit to fucking expose this shit. I'm not doing it anymore because it's not smart. But the level of passion that Absent Minded Abe has in his stories and his testimonies, yeah, man, there's an element where it seems like he's real or realer than most. But his loyalty is with basically the program. You can just, I mean, he hides it. He doesn't say it, but you can tell it's with the fucking people doing this shit. He hides who's doing it. It's never the people that are actually doing it. And I'm not accusing anyone falsely of gang stalking, but you have to look at the apparatus, the military industrial complex, and the law enforcement apparatus that has to exist for this stuff to even happen. Okay. When you're going throwing rocks at other TIs instead of talking about those people and exposing those people, your loyalty's with them. You work for them. Dude, I went to the FBI base headquarters in Quantico, Virginia and filmed gang stalking evidence, bro. Like, come the fuck on. You think my loyalty is to them? I try to lure them out into traps. Like, come the fuck on, dude. How many times have I done that? And another thing that makes Abe, I mean, the whole medication thing made him. That when he did the medication thing, I'm like, all right, this guy's a perp. When he was trying to promote it, but when he said that it sucks and he doesn't like it anymore, it made him kind of seem real. So you kind of teeter back and forth with the guy. I'll be honest. Like, I'm just speaking from an honest perspective, watching his channel over the course of X amount of years. But there's definitely, and again, there's elements of me where I just seem like a complete perp circus myself. I admit that, but I come on and I explain myself, and fucking, I stay away from that shit from a long period of time, like the conspiracy underground, fucking trolling basically, and building my channel off of other people's misery. I stopped doing that stuff because I'm like, all right, this is fucking bad. Like, I can't say that it's good what I'm doing. Now this channel is more entertainment centric, so it's not as bad. So, I might say some things here and there that offend people, but it's for entertainment. But back in those days, yeah, dude, I was fucking energy harvesting. I just didn't know what that was, you know? So it was entertaining as all hell, but it didn't help the community. Yeah, it was horrible. Horrible for the community. horrible for other TIs, selfishness for myself, you know. But at the end of the day, you see the growth, you see the spiritual growth and changes. You know, for someone that doesn't talk about spirituality, I mean, I'm gonna be real. This is what Abe is doing. I didn't mean to make it all about Abe. Uh, I'm gonna have to do a part two because I'm hungry. Um, and this is what makes him fake, in my opinion, is he knows what real gang stalking is, and he'll pick apart real gang stalking from other people. And there's the specific genre of people he attacks, black people. He does, and it's part of his agenda. Okay, he'll pick apart black TIs. I mean, the fakest of the fake white TIs. He's like, oh, I don't know if they're real or fake. You know, Scott Schnitzer. I mean, he seems real. No, he fucking doesn't. I don't give a fuck what he does and sitting in front of his computer and set, bro. He seems like a fucking autistic dumbass. Let's be real. Like he's shown no evidence. Okay, and that's something that white TIs do. And you know, I talk trash on the black, but white TIs will talk about TI shit, but never show evidence for years and years and years, and engage in crazy talk. And what absent-minded Abe does is he takes real targeting and he obscures it. He makes up a story like the license plate shit. You know, he got that from Targeted Journey years ago. Targeted Journey was the first person to bring up the X in the license plate. And absent-minded Abe, oh, I get the X in the license plate. I can't show you because my camera's blurry. But if you don't get it, you're fake. These fakes never get the X in the license plate. He heard that from Targeted Journey. This is what makes him a perp. And it's like he can't run away from this. He just fucking can't. And then he owns it, and then he turns around and says Targeted Journey is fake, even though he got the tactic from her first. Like I get X and license plates too, but it's not gang stalking. Sometimes it is, like it's obvious, like it'll be like GXB3333, or it'll be like something like that, right? And it is a law enforcement tactic. So he learned it from Journey. He did some research from it from his group that gives him intel. Because a lot of his videos seem like he's getting intel from a group, and then he's making a freestyle video based on the intel he's receiving. Okay, some of it's or his organic shit, but he's done it to me, and then he turns around and it's like this type of trickery. It's not done by a jealous target, guys. It's not done by I really hate Matrix Dakota. I'm a fellow TI, or I think Matrix Dakota is a perp, and I'm a TI. So I'm gonna do this weasel trick over the course of 6 months of plotting and planning of stealing Targeted Journey's X license plate and then making it into my testimony. Dude, he's a fucking perp for doing that shit. Sorry, not sorry. He's a fucking perp for that, dude. You've never heard me do that. That's not even in my vocabulary. I don't have time to do it, bro. I'm a human being, bro. Like these YouTube channels, like I mean, nowadays I'm not spending a lot of time, but yeah, bro, when you're consistently posting, it's taking up time out of your day, like 3 to 4 hours out of your day, 2 hours out of each day. It's a lot of time over time. So to have that, to have a regular life going, and then you know what? On top of that, Abe said this 6 months ago, so I'm gonna steal this from Abe and craft it into my own story. He's a story magician. He's a story wizard. Okay, and he is, and he's energy harvesting off of his stories. He's energy harvesting off of lying and maybe telling truth, but then telling a lie. Oh, they bought that, and hook, line, and sinker. Then he has people like Ocean Size, JDO are part of his group, and they're the bolster up. They're astroturfing his fucking channel, bro. You'll never see any of these people outside of Absent Minded Abe's channel, JDO or fucking Ocean Size. Okay, so I mean, it is what it is, man. I just call it how I see it. And yeah, does he have elements where that are real? Where these testimonies are fucking they seem legitimate. There's no way he can lie about it. And if they're true, they correlate with gang stalking. Absolutely. But does he have elements of doing intelligence work, mole work, sneaky little snake work? Yeah. That it doesn't make sense that an individual would have these long-term strategic psyop plans, bro. Okay. So I gotta wrap this up. Fucking hungry. I need to probably do a part 2 where I don't talk about fucking absent-minded Abe for 30 minutes. But I mean, it's pretty much fucking pretty easy to see. I mean, either these people are targeting and they're just stuck in life, and their targeting is like Candy Grand Prix, where like, yeah, people show up in public. It's occasionally happens, but you know, you're not doing anything to change anything, right? Then you have these spirituality fakes and fucking people that just don't even know what it is, but are on YouTube. Then you have actual intelligence work, perps, and you're the real TIs. I mean, it's not that difficult to understand. Most of the people that you fucking watch aren't real TIs. Okay, that's the whole filtering process. And that's just, and anyone promoting that is a fake. It's just not statistically possible. I'm out of here though.